Josh, let's just hypothetical. Hey, hypothetical Monday.
Okay. Nice.
Right. Welcome to Hypothetical Monday.
Woo!
Go ahead.
Josh Dobbs, okay? Let's say they do something here. Let's say they go on and do something special here. Because I don't know, was that an update on Josh Dobbs there? Is this a good question, good time?
Not the pastronaut, nothing about him. No.
Okay, sick. Great nickname too. Josh Dobbs, though, we just assume he's going to go undefeated with Kevin O'Connell. I just assume that's how this is going to work out. Kirk Cousins' deal is up. Has there been a conversation with Dobbs when he got traded in, like, hey, there's a chance this is a long-term deal for you as well because we have no quarterback long-term? Or how do you think it kind of plays out? And what do you think the future with Dobbs, if they do continue to have the great success that they're currently having for 2 weeks? It's only been 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. But if he goes on to do some real shit here with the Vikings, what is the decision to be made there for them, you think? How do they lean?
Well, that's amazing, right? And he kind of went through this in Arizona. The Cardinals trade for him, and everyone's kind of mocking it initially, like they're trading for Josh Dobbs. You're starting Josh Dobbs? Whoa. Josh Dobbs is playing pretty well. Can he unseat Kyler Murray? And then he kind of came back to earth a bit, and they wound up giving him away to Minnesota. And now he goes to Minnesota. Let me just say this. Watching him the last 2 weeks is like watching Steve McNair run around, make plays, be an MVP. The guy's been unbelievable. It's hard for me to process that this is his 9th NFL team, that the Browns traded him, the Cardinals traded him. He's on his 3rd team of the season just this year, and he looks like he's a Pro Bowl quarterback out there. He's been unbelievable, and he's on an expiring contract, which makes it all the more interesting. This is not a shot at Josh Dobbs. I love what he's doing, love watching the guy. He's been as good as anybody when he's been out there, but he's got to sustain it over the rest of the season to have the type of decision I think that you're talking about at the end of the day. If he maintains this and keeps this up, yeah, it's hard to move on from that guy, right? I think there were people in Minnesota that wanted a mobile quarterback, which is why some of this Kirk Cousins conversation even came up to begin with. And so Dobbs brings this different element to that team. They have responded to him the way the Raiders have responded to Antonio Pierce the last 2 weeks. These two guys are lighting it up in their own respective professions. And there he is yesterday. They're showing him where his locker is in the locker room. He doesn't know. So the week before he comes in, he leads the team to victory. Josh, this is the Wilfs. They own the team. Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Wilf.
He didn't know guys on the field's name. He didn't know guys on the field's name.
Well, yeah, we know that, right? But he meets the owner after the win for the first time. Yesterday, he shows up in the locker. Where's my locker? After he led the team to a win, and now he's out, and he's got them to 2 wins in 2 straight weeks. They've won 5 straight. Who needs Justin Jefferson when you got Josh Dobbs out there throwing strikes and bombs everywhere? Like TJ Hawkinson in the first half yesterday was unbelievable. And Josh Dobbs, I can't believe it. I'm watching this guy that nobody else was interested, that nobody else wants to hold on to him, that he's been through 9 teams, and he's lighting it up. It's unbelievable to me.
We're all incredibly fascinated by it because it's like, if you're not the team's guy, even if you play good, do you even have a real opportunity? It kind of is exposing a little bit of an NFL thing that happens at a lot of positions, let alone the quarterback position, where it's like, if you're not the GM's guy, or if you're not the front office's chosen one, do you really have an opportunity to do your thing? It's like, feels like Josh Dobbs over the last few months has proven like he could be a guy. Yeah. Will somebody let him be one? Hopefully it's Minnesota.
You know what? Here's the thing. I went back to a couple of teams and I said, why is nobody sticking with this guy? I asked that question. And somebody said to me, this guy is an unbelievable guy. Aces is a guy, just the kind of guy you want on your team.
Aces.
Not always aces. Accurate. So I remember that statement. And I'm watching the guy throw dimes. And I'm like, this guy's accurate to me. Like, how? I'm just telling you what people thought in the past.
Yeah.
Not accurate. I watched that. He's accurate. He's accurate. And he's the kind of guy I want on my team. And so it just makes it's a great story to watch, and everybody's rooting for the guy. And he plays the Broncos on Sunday, and they got a little bit of a running back issue now this week because they lost Cam Akers last week to the torn Achilles. They lost Alexander Madison to concussion yesterday. They're signing back Myles Gaskin, who went to the Rams, is now going back to Minnesota. And the starting running back on Sunday might just be Ty Chandler, who, by the way, looked like he was shot out of a cannon yesterday, like exploding through the line. Like, it doesn't matter who they plug in Minnesota. Everybody's great. Everybody's great. Everybody's doing their job. Like, oh, yeah, Justin Jefferson's gone. Jordan Addison, all world. Okay. Kirk Cousins is gone. Josh Dobbs lighting it up.
Oh,
Alexander Madison, you're concussed. Touchdown. You take this handoff and you explode and you go score a touchdown. Everybody does it. Like, I feel like if they called on you, Pat, you'd be lighting it up and going to the Hall of Fame here.
Yeah, you're damn right. I mean, that feels like that's the Kevin O'Connell touch. But if you remember at the beginning of the year, football gods were not blessing the Minnesota Vikings.
No.
There was tips, there was overthrows, there was losses. It was like last year they were 11-0 in 3-point games. This year they started 0-4 or something like that. Couldn't get it. Now the football gods seem to be all the way back in their favor. And I think all anybody's asking is Josh Dobbs is the patronize. Can you take me higher? Love the
That
Josh.
was awesome.
Yeah, oh yeah. Awesome.
So
Absolutely awesome.